what would it take to align a system that's smarter than the human, maybe thinks in alien concepts, and you can't like really monitor the million line pull request because you can't really understand the whole thing.
Yeah,
And you can't give labels.
look, this is something Shane and I and many others here, we've had that forefront of our minds for since before we started DeepMind, and because we planned for success. Crazy, 2010, no one was thinking about AI, let alone AGI, but we already knew that if we could make progress with these systems and these ideas, the technology that would be created would be unbelievably transformative. So we already were thinking, 20 years ago about, well, what would the consequences of that be, both positive and negative? Of course, the positive direction is amazing science, things like AlphaFold, incredible breakthroughs in health and science, and maths and discovery, scientific discovery. But then also we got to make sure these systems are sort of understandable and controllable. And I think there's sort of several, this would be a whole sort of discussion in itself, but there are many, many ideas that people have from much more stringent eval systems. I think we don't have good enough evaluations and benchmarks for things like, can the system deceive you? Can it exfiltrate its own code? Sort of undesirable behaviors. And then there's ideas of actually using AI, maybe narrow AIs, so not general learning ones, but systems that are specialized for a domain to help us as the human scientists analyze and summarize what the more general system is doing, right? So kind of narrow AI tools. I think that there's a lot of promise in creating hardened sandboxes or simulations so that are hardened with cybersecurity arrangements around the simulation, both to keep the AI in, but also as cybersecurity to keep hackers out. And then you could experiment a lot more freely within that sandbox domain. And I think a lot of these ideas are and there's many, many others, including the analysis stuff we talked about earlier, where can we analyze and understand what the concepts are that this system's building, what the representations are. So maybe they're not so alien to us and we can actually keep track of the kind of knowledge that it's building.
Yeah.